okay?
Jeremy. Jeremy, you're amazing.
Oh, God, I think you're amazing.
Oh, my God, don't ever leave me.
Ever.
Good. Because I'd find you.
It's packed with some fundamental stuff. I say rather articulately.
Because oftentimes I lose the teleprompter. You know, teleprompters go out, but she lost the teleprompter last week. Did you see it? She was talking about 32 days to the election, and she goes, there are 32 days. Oh my God. I just lost the teleprompter. 32. Then she, 32, 32, 32. 32. And I said, what the hell happened to her? And then the teleprompter kicked back on. 32 days to the election. You don't want this for your president.
What is up, guys? Tyson Del Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Democrats are panicking. Kamala Harris's campaign is on a deep decline. It is flatlining. It is absolutely flatlining. The Democrats, leftist biased media are in panic. Shout out to everybody watching. Drop your comments down below. Smash the like button. And guess what, guys? Guess what? Here's the thing. Donald Trump just flipped Nevada.
Somebody's closer.
But they'll never take our freedom.
There we go. There we go. Now, Kamala Harris's media blitz it's not working. They brought the Messiah out, also not working. I wanted to share an inspirational video before we get into some funny stuff, and then also some newsworthy stuff, actually. But this is the tarmac in Denver for President Donald Trump. Look at this. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, Kamala Harris, I don't know what she was doing today, but she was on a presser today, and it looks like they have a new background for her, and I'm not sure what's actually going on, but as you can see, they got a new background for her, Country Over Party. I don't know what this was for because I didn't really care too much to look into it, just to be completely honest with you guys. But I had to pull some clips. So here is Kamala Harris.
No, the way that I like to lead, I bring folks in my office all the time, and they know I don't want any yes people. I want people to come in and, first of all, be prepared. Yeah, no time to waste. You know, the way that I like to lead, I bring folks in my office.
It's funny because she says the way that she likes to lead is she likes to bring people into her office. But yet 93% of her staff left in the first 3 years with Kamala Harris. I haven't heard some amazing things. I have not heard good things about Kamala Harris as a particular leader. If 93% of your staff leaves you because you're yelling at the, what do you call it? If you're yelling at, interns. I had to think of the word. I had a Biden moment. I'm sorry, guys. I had a Biden moment. But if you're yelling at the interns and you're yelling at the staff, of course, 93% of your staff is going to leave you. That's just fact. Now, here is a collage of Kamala Harris. I don't know. Is this woman, just like Donald Trump said, this woman is not fit for particular leadership. cannot string a couple coherent sentences together. And this is a collage of Kamala Harris, and it's very eerie to me to think that this individual is even in the position that she's in right now. It is bananas to me. I don't know if presumably if Xanax are involved or alcohol or some other substance, but this is not normal behavior.
As though it is a sign of weakness to have empathy.
Is it Dr. Seuss? It is a sign of weakness. Have you no empathy, man? Like, what is this woman doing?
In the Senate, well, it was late into the night. And in the Senate, you walk onto the Senate floor, and there are these big wooden ornate doors. And those ornate doors opened. And
This is Kamala Harris without a teleprompter.
John McCain came out. He's going after me. And I'm going back after him. And that was it. And this is what the public saw. And then I step onto the floor of the well of the Senate later that day. We had votes. And I passed by John McCain. And he looks at me and he says, "Kid, come over here. You're going to make a great senator."
I can't watch any more of that. Sorry, guys. I had a full clip for you, but I can't watch any more of that. I'm sure you can't either. I kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit. Here's Young Turks, though. They are absolutely panicking. They are panicking because the Democrats are losing.
Because new polls are out, and it doesn't look good for Kamala Harris. I have not been this worried in a long time. So we don't have a lot of time left. We have less than a month left, and she's now losing in almost all the swing states. Look, I'm telling you this, not again to ha-ha or whatever. I'm telling you because the pundits are almost always wrong. They never come back and tell you, "Oh, yeah, we got it wrong," etc. They don't tell you oftentimes ahead of time. They do Monday morning quarterback. All those different things that they do wrong. The reason I tell you guys stuff ahead of time is so you can see whether I'm right or not. So you can see whether you should trust our analysis of what is reality, not what we want, but what is reality. So that's why in that context, let me tell you, 4 days ago, this weekend on October 5th, I wrote, "I think Trump is going to retake the lead." Kamala started playing prevent defense with too small a lead by having her surrogates tell everyone how pro-business she is. She accidentally gave up the mantle of the change candidate. That's what's going to decide this election.
Chanky. Seems a little panicky, don't you think? Let me know what you guys think about that. Drop that down in the comments below. Definitely a different Chanky from previous times. Doesn't look so inspired and angry. So Tampon Teasy goes on an interview with Michael Strahan on ABC, and Michael Strahan asked him some, pretty pushback questions relating to the VP debate. And one of the questions that Michael Strahan asked him was about him befriending school shooters. That was an actual quote that Tampon Tim said in the VP debate.
And Vice President Harris said that she told you to be a little bit more careful on how you say things.
Well, I did it, even the other day of just speaking passionately about these gun violence situations and meeting with these survivors. I've sat in the room with the Sandy Hook folks, a friend with David Hogg, who's been an activist on this. People know in that, and then that gets spun in that, well, he didn't say something true. It was very clear that I was talking about these veterans, very clear that I wear, I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and I do think in these positions, whether it be governor or being vice president of the United States, you do need to be careful. You do need to be a little more thoughtful on it. And I think what you see is as someone who's been in classrooms a lot, I've been around coaching a lot, I speak passionately, and I think doing that.
You speak passionately, and you don't answer freaking questions. Neither does your running mate, Kamala Harris. Kamala's. This is Tampon Tim when asked via Telemundo about talking about the border bill from 2024. And this is Tampon Tim's response.
We can do the border issues without demonizing people. That's why the bipartisan bill was so popular.
Well, the bill came until 2024, right? What about the last few years when the crisis actually started?
Day one in the White House.
I don't know who's voting for these people. I don't know. This gentleman cannot answer questions. This is ridiculous. Gave him some softball pushback.
Day one in
the crisis actually started.
Day one in the White House. Biden and Harris administration put out plans to try and do the things that needed to be done.
It's ridiculous. Here's another question regarding on with Michael Strahan on ABC. This was a good one here.
And you call yourself a knucklehead. Call yourself a knucklehead because you've made some statements that just aren't true. And the comment about weapons of war that I carried in war, which you didn't. You said that you were in Hong Kong during the Tiananmen Square massacre when you weren't. You kind of chalked it all up to bad grammar or getting the dates wrong.
Yeah.
But your opponents say you lied to make yourself look better. Do they have a point?
Well, look, 35 years ago, got the opportunity to be in Hong Kong, be in China, learned a lot about it, served 24 years in the National Guard, passionately in an instance talking about gun violence in schools, on an instance there, proud of the service that I've done, proud to be a teacher in that classroom, proud to have been very public all these years and owning it when I, said, look, I was there in August of '89. And I think what you see here, you saw it in Minnesota, been elected 8 times here. These things have been very public for folks here. They see the results of things that we pass. We see a state that's a top 5 state for business. We see 3rd best state, top 3 state for raising a child. And we've got the best healthcare. And I think the policies, whether it be dealing with China and understanding China's human rights record, what you can be certain there is that Kamala Harris and I aren't going to, pick dictators on speed dial. See, Xi Jinping is doing a good job during COVID, as Donald Trump said. And I think those lessons learned over a lifetime of being very public, whether it's in the classroom or being elected.
You didn't answer the question, Tim. You didn't even answer the question. Now, listen to this war. Donald Trump's been on a heater regarding rallies lately. So Donald Trump went to Aurora, Colorado, and listen to this crowd erupt for our next president, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much.
Guys, if you guys are not registered to vote yet, register to vote and make sure that you vote. Make sure that you vote. Now, I came across this. I didn't watch this yet. It is, where'd it go? Now, I came across this, and I haven't watched this yet. So apparently, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have a new ad targeting men, and I haven't watched it yet. So let's watch this here.
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I'm a man, man. And I'm man enough.
I'm man enough to enjoy a barrel-proof bourbon.
Meat. Man enough to cook my steak rare. Man.
Have you guys seen this already? If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna start this over. I'm gonna let it play through, but I am sorry. This is hilarious. This looks like a comedy skit.
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I'm a man, man. And I'm man enough.
I'm man enough to enjoy a barrel-proof bourbon.
Neat.
Man enough to cook my steak rare.
Man enough to deadlift 500, then braid the out of my daughter's hair.
You think I'm afraid to rebuild a carburetor? I eat carburetors for breakfast.
I ain't afraid of bears.
That's what bear hugs are for.
I'll tell you another thing I sure as shit am not afraid of. Women.
I'm not afraid of women.
I'm not afraid of women.
They want to control their bodies. I say go for it. They want to use IVF to start a family? I'm not afraid of families.
They want to be childless cat ladies?
Have all the cats you want. Woman wants to be president?
Well, I hope she has the guts to look me right in the eye and accept my full-throated endorsement.
That ain't the only thing that this person's throating, huh?
Because I'm man enough to support women.
Man enough to know what kind of donuts I like.
Man enough to admit I'm lost, even when I refuse to ask for directions.
Man enough to not ban young women from reading Little Women.
Or one of those pants books that the sisters like.
I'm man enough to raw dog a flight. It sucked. Not worth it.
I'm man enough to be emotional in front of my wife.
In front of my kids. In front of my horse.
I'm man enough to tell you that I cry at Love Actually.
Good Will Hunting. West Side Story.
That and Predator.
And I'm sick of so-called men domineering, belittling, and controlling women just so they can feel more powerful.
That's not how my mama raised me.
I love women.
I love women who support their families.
Women who decide not to have families.
Women who take charge.
And I'm man enough to help them win.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. This is an actual ad. This is an actual ad that they're running. My man said he's man enough to cry in Predator or when he watches Predator. What scene in Predator made you cry? Like, he cried after I deadlift 500 pounds and then I cry watching Predator. Like, what is going on? This is a real ad? Oh my gosh. This is like a parody. This is a skit. It is almost like satire. They're like almost like backhandedly making fun of just men, right? I don't know. It's super cringe to me. Very cringe. Very cringe. Let me get this off the screen. That was cringe. And what is raw dogging a flight? Before we jump off, I'm not sure what raw dogging a flight. What is that? What is raw dogging? Raw dogging a flight is a traveling trend that involves sitting silently without distractions on a flight for extended period of time. No music, no movies, no in-flight entertainment, no snacks. Dude, who wrote this ad? Come on, man. Come on, man. What do you guys think of Kamala Harris's campaign hitting a flat line? And they're resorting to comedic satire ads. Kim Walsh lying again, avoiding questions. What do you guys think about this? Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button. Subscribe. And as always, guys, thank you.